Internet. It is time to fill your gullet. It is time to eat way too much. If you're in the States, anyway. Why isn't Thanksgiving a worldwide holiday? Idiot. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway. You know, sometimes Americans think they're the only country on the planet. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. Like, we kind of forget that there's other places in the world because so much kind of revolves around America. Sometimes you forget. And then you look at holidays like the 4th of July or Thanksgiving and realize that a lot of people aren't celebrating it. And it just kind of seems strange. It's not a global holiday. You know, it's not, you know, Christmas, or even Christmas isn't a global holiday, but it's more than just the U.S. Anyway, in any event. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Did you just see what happened, Internet? Let's do that again. Nothing special other than a wide mini loophole. I did want to say this today because this is kind of special. Now, I still think, for me personally, we'll get it out of the way. I think this is still the one for me. But a lot of what I felt about these finds its way into like a happy medium. Let's weigh it as well. We're looking at the wide today. So Alex sent me a bunch of spinners. Let's tell that story again because I want to tell it because Alex is a good guy. 23 grams, right? Great weight. Alex reached out to me, wanted to send me a bunch of spinners, sent me this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And I said, sweet, that's nice. 4 regular size loopholes and 2 minis to check out. And then on top of that, I got this from the Jack Hazard collection. And I got this from the Jomo collection. And I'm pretty sure this is... I thought this was brass, but I think this is bronze. Maybe that's why I liked it so much. Holy poop, Internet. That's exciting to me. I hadn't really played around this too much. I've had so much stuff. I really didn't look at this too much until earlier today for the review. For me, it's still Monday. For you guys, it's Turkey Day. But hot damn. Hot damn. Too hot? Hot damn. Call the police and the fireman. Can we do that? Oh, what? I didn't even know you could do that. There you go, Internet. We're breaking some new ground here. Whoops. It's not quite snug enough to feel. Yeah, it doesn't quite work, but that's kind of neat anyway. You can still sort of get away with it if you get it just right. Call the police and the fireman. Too hot? Hot damn. We'll leave you right there. Let you do your thing. But we're talking about the wide loophole today. So he reached out to me, sent me all this stuff, and then he said, you know what? I should have sent you a wide. So you know what he did? He sent me a wide. And this is nice. In particular, I think the T6. Now, I only have the one to compare. And like I've said with the other ones, as I felt these, I realized the appeal and the desire to have multiple different versions of this. And I think the same thing. I think this in a T20, he said, would be kind of nice. I think in a smooth would really be nice. Now, he's mentioned he didn't really like the knurling, the way the knurling came out in this. So I don't think he's going to do that anymore from what he told me. And I think I would agree. I think aesthetically it gives a little bit of something, but functionally it doesn't really do anything for it, and may even take away from it aesthetically instead of being this nice smooth deal. But it is smooth, boy. Let me tell you what, the bearing in this is really smooth. Yeah, I was just checking to see. I believe it's got a little bit of a lip on this side, so the bearing kind of presses in against that and then is glued in. Yeah, because you can see the little shadow ring around the outside. You don't get that on this side. So it's good. So it makes it easier to recenter if you need to take it out. But that also means if you need to take this out, you got to pay attention. Take it out the right way. Don't be a dummy like me and hammer on your loophole bearing. But yeah, this wide solved so many problems for me that the Mini had, mainly the lightness. It doesn't feel like substantial enough when you put it on there to really satisfy a fidget need for me. So for me, again, my fidgeting is getting some preloaded flicks, feeling the power of the spin, and this is just sort of something that spins there. It's a little more... It's definitely more than, I'm not trying to take away from this, but it's a little more than spinning just a bearing on your finger. Like, you could buy a bearing and just put it on your finger and spin that. This gives you more satisfaction than that, so I'm not trying to tell you just like buy a bearing instead of this, because I think this is neat and worthwhile, and a lot of people would like it. But for me, this gives you all of this lightness and discreteness, but yet still allows you, it's magic. It's kind of magic, right? You've somehow managed to take this and this, mush them together, get a taller spinner, and it's really good. I do find that being that it's a little taller, it's a little easier to rub on your finger, so if you kind of are bending your finger a lot. But it's also kind of a neat way to fidget. You spin it like this, you stop it. Spin it like this, stop it. You can certainly do that with these, but it's not quite as easy, and the spinner starts to come off your finger. Where this is, it just feels very natural to stop it like that. The constant rounding of the T6 feels really nice as well. So again, you don't really get a flat spot on it. You would be led to believe, looking at this, that you kind of get a flat spot almost, but it does keep rounding down, rounding up, rounding down, rounding up. Really well machined. Really nice little, I guess it's a bit of a stone wash. I'm not 100% sure of what texture he puts on it, but it looks like a sort of like a polished, light stone washing. It feels really good. Being that it's a little heavier, you can get a little bit faster of a spin. Being that it's 19 millimeter, you can still throw a slug in it, which is kind of interesting because it's just barely taller than it. So it's this kind of weird little nugget that you got to be careful because it's really easy to rub your fingers on. Dun, dun, dun. That's sort of like feels like a scooter or a skateboard. Kick, push, kick, push. You guys know what that's from? Comment down below if you know what that's from. Someone's got to know that. How can you not know what kick, push is? In any event, yeah, so so this is a T6 wide, I think they call it, Loophole. Really fantastic, really nice. I feel like I hit all the points I wanted to hit kind of early because, well, we've been looking at a lot of the other spinners all week. Again, the 19 millimeter size for me is, in some ways I like it, in some ways I think for the normal fidgeting that I do, I think this is a little bit, the 17 millimeter is a little better size for something more versatile for me. The 19 millimeter allows me to get it on my thumb, allows me to fit it snug here. It can still kind of go over there. It gets a little further on this. It allows it to get this far on this finger if we really wanted to, which is kind of nice. Actually, being that it fits so snug there and it's not wide, that's actually really nice. Sorry, we're a little too close for focus. Focus! I don't know if I think I've been pretty good about watching the focus, but I hope I haven't been getting too close. No, yeah, we're getting focus up good there. So, all right. Yeah, that's nice. Stopping it with this finger. You don't really get too much of that buzzsaw feel like you do with like the T20s. You get a little bit from the knurling, but not much. You don't feel the knurling really on slowing down, just kind of a little bit on the pulls or rubbing it like a worry stone. So again, I think I would agree with him. I don't think that really characterfully. I don't think it adds much character to the spinner. It may detract from it a little bit. So yeah, good for this sort of just like rolling it back and forth. Yeah, the wide is a nice format. So yeah, see that shaking? See that? That's not me. I think if you guys remember, I was talking about my bearing review video. Or not my bearing, my de-shielding bearing in one of the videos earlier this week, I think on Tuesday's video. My camera was doing that a lot, but also doing this weird little lines on the bottom, so I ended up scrapping that video. So hopefully that actually translates to the video. I don't want that shaking to be there, but I don't want you to think I'm crazy in case it's just showing it now and image stabilization kicks in and ruins it. So if you don't see anything crazy, just know that I saw it on my phone. So what else do we have to say? I don't know if I really have anything else to say other than you know, in chatting with Alex over at Premium Spinners, seems like a really cool guy, really cares about what he's doing, and making a really good, solid product. So I think there's a reason why his drops sell out. I think there's a reason to get multiples of different versions. I think it's a good product. So, yeehaw, internet. That actually does kind of a cool little look, having the knurling on it. All things considered, being fair, doesn't that kind of look cool? It gives you the spinner doesn't look like it would give you that sort of profile. Plus, like, I'm seeing that in person too. Like, it's not just a frame rate thing. It looks like there's no knurling, like right there. It looks like it goes all the way around the side and then it's smooth as I move the light. That's kind of wild. So it looks like I got this constant line down here and then a little bit line here. Now you're starting to see some frame rate that I'm not seeing, but that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild, internet. All right, T4 Loophole. Any real negatives? Honestly, the only real negative is it just doesn't have the weight of these if you really want that sort of thing. So you can even it's still heavy enough to give you some gyroscopic action on a good spin. And you twist it like this, you can still get the gyro, which you can't really get on these, which you get a lot more pronounced on this. And then that's really the only negative I can think of. So it comes down to can Hobby Timmy recommend? We're going to get a 2 old awkward thumbs up right there. Big old awkward thumbs up for these bad boys. I think the minis boy might even be where it's at. For me, a lot of times I like the ring spinners, and when I fidget with these, I like having the size and the weight, but a lot of times if I'm in that sort of fidgeting mood, I may get something more satisfying out of like a full-size traditional spinner, where this gives me that ring spinner feel, yet is discreet enough to be what a ring spinner is. So, I don't know, this might be the one, y'all. Anywho, I think we'll leave it at that. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Yeah, maybe we'll do a little Thanksgiving recognition, shout out, hooray. Maybe not so much a shout out, but, you know, take care of your family, take care of each other. Thanksgiving is usually a challenging time of year for a lot of people. I find that Thanksgiving brings up a lot of, can bring up sad memories, especially I think just about all of us out there somewhere, some way have someone that we've lost that we could wish could be with us on Thanksgiving, and I'm certainly no exception to that, which sometimes can be tough. Plus, you know what they say, you can pick your nose and you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family's nose. Is that how that expression goes? I think you know what I'm saying, right? Your family is your family, and sometimes you're stuck with them, and they're not always people that you would hang out with and get along with. But you know, we're all in this thing together, so one day a year, I think you can suck it up and deal. And if everybody sucks it up and deals on both sides, then everybody has fun. So eat the cranberry sauce, definitely the stuff that comes in the shape of the can without actual cranberries in it. Eat up that bird, eat up them mashed taters. You can leave the sweet potatoes on the side. Green bean casserole, no thank you. Corn, yeah, we'll take a little bit because it's Thanksgiving. We should do all right. Biscuits, yes please, lots of them. Gravy, no thank you, just butter in my mashed potatoes. You guys tell me how you like all your Thanksgiving spread. I'm trying to think what else are we missing. The stuffing, yeah, I don't like the stuffing either. I'm a pretty picky eater, so. But I'm excited to host the Thanksgiving, excited to spend some time with family, so. And I hope, wish nothing but the best for you, Internet. And then as we go into the holiday season, who the heck knows what the holidays are going to bring for us this year. It's been a crazy, wild 2017. We can say that, can't we? So, but you guys know I love you, right? Sure do. Kisses.